Yo, yo, what up, guys? Let me check the sound. All right, so it sounds like you guys can hear me. We're going to do some question and answers. Let me see if I can get the lighting better. See if anybody's on. All right, so let me go through some of these questions. A lot of people have been asking questions, and it's hard to get back to everyone. So what I'll do is I'll just go through and I'll be answering some questions. Just give me 1 second. All right, we're back. So we're going to go answer some questions here. And of course, if anybody's got questions, go ahead, throw them in the comments. But all right, let's see here. We'll start. First, I have heard it, but looks like you worked really well. Thanks for the video. Looks great. Have you tried Simple Green? Simple Green is, I believe, it's like an eco-friendly degreaser. I have not tried it. I have seen it at Home Depot or Lowe's. Are you using hot water on oil stain? So the last video when I did that oil stain, that oil stain wasn't there long. So I did not use hot water. I actually do not even own a hot water unit down here in South Florida. I haven't quite seen the reason to get one. If I was doing gas stations or maybe more commercial work, I'd probably get one. But I do not use hot water. What percent SH solution you use for bricks? 3% question mark? What PSI you use with the surface cleaner? Keep posting. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. So to clean the bricks, if I'm using SH, I use, probably around a 3%. In this video, I think I just downstreamed. And my PSI, I would want to say, is around 2,500 because I got 12 gallon per minute tips in my 8 gallon per minute washer. So it's a little bigger, the tips. I got 4 2503s. So yeah, that's 12 gallons a minute total because I got 4 tips, 2503, 612. Yeah, so I got 12 gallons a minute coming out of my surface cleaner. Or the holes are 12 gallons a minute, so it lowers the pressure, if that makes sense. If I put them about 8 gallon, if I put 2502s, 4 2502s, that equals 8. I'd probably have around 3,500 psi, but I use 2503, so it brings me down to about 2,500, I would say. Thank you very much. People are stupid. I spike my degreaser with sodium hydroxide all the time. It's perfectly safe. Man, I was hoping to see some aftershots of the oil stain. That one we answered. There was an oil before and after. So the guys that are always asking about the percentage of SH on my roofs, I usually am around the 4 or 5%. Tiles, you need to go a little stronger. I guess you could get away with going lower, but I tend to use 5% for tiles. Always awesome. Let me see if we have any questions in the chat. Nobody's talking. We got quite a few people watching. Unless I'm Hold on, let's see here. Oh, no one's talking. All right. I love watching your videos, dude. I am hopefully finally going legit. And you have been a huge inspiration. You and Ray and Jason have been huge inspirations. Thank you, Patrick. Always did the owner say how old the oil stain was? So yeah, that last job, the oil stain was only a couple days old. It was a regular customer. He called me, told me his son was, or his grandson was changing the oil and spilled oil, motor oil on his mini bike. Um, so the guys that are always questioning where the runoff goes, so at the bottom of the driveway, it just sits there. So I just sludge pump it with my sludge sucker right back onto the lawn, dilutes it. Um, this way, it's not going into the public street. It's staying on their property. Man, I follow you since last when I got started. Honestly, I credit my success to you. Very other humble, real, honest, knowledgeable guys on here. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. Renew. Hey, Mike, love your channel. Trying to quit my offshore job now. I made more washing last year than I did offshore. Let me know when you decide to finally pull the trigger. Okay. So, and he's wanting me to look at his video. So, Renew Crew Soft Wash. I was doing this part time for 2 years, probably a little over 2 years. I had a decent job and was washing part time. And the first year, I didn't really do much washing at all. I mean, I think I did all right, but it was less than 10K, I think. And I was proud of that. It was a little frustrating that I wasn't getting all the calls, but nowadays when you start a business, it takes a little time, especially if you're not running SEO or anything like that. So it took a little time, but by the end of the first year, it's really started picking up a little bit. And then by the end of the second or 2.5 years later, I decided to go full time. I mean, I put money in the bank. I made sure I saved enough to they say do 6 months expenses, bills. I probably did about 3, nothing crazy. And I just went for it because I knew I was doing all right with the washing at that point. So you just kind of know, you feel it in your gut. Feel it in your gut. All right. Love seeing. Have you tried Gold Assassin? No, I have not tried Gold Assassin. I have heard plenty of good things about it, and maybe in the future I will give it a try. But I have this stuff from Russ Johnson that I really like. It's BD 200. It's a strong caustic degreaser, and it has butyl, or however you want to call it, BUTYL, and it does a great job. I mean, really just pulls that oil right out. Can you tell me where you get your postcards, flyers from? So I use a local company for my postcards and mailers. So that's something that, based on where you're at, there's a few guys in the groups that do it. Like Team Wash Life does good flyers and things like that. There's a guy named Tim Fields that does it. You just gotta kind of go with what you like and maybe bounce some ideas off other people. Look online, you'll see a lot of, like, especially in the groups, a lot of people put their postcard and they get it looked at and whatnot. What are some tips for beginners to stay busy? Well, here's a good one. You have more time than you have money. So obviously you want to get flyers made. I went and got 6x4s made. I don't think I have any in here. I don't feel like digging them out, but 6x4 is like this size. And what I would do is roll them up, stick them in the door handles, and then I would hand them out as business cards. But when you do get it, say you get a driveway, spend all day there. You know, pre-treat, take your time, surface clean really well. Make sure you get a good before and after shot, and then make sure you're staying on your social media. That's the best way to get out there. But while you're doing a job, make sure you're seen so the neighbors see you. You know what I mean? So, and you can't be too picky. You have to be flexible with your pricing. You can't just be the elite service when you're starting out. Unless you have the money, unless you're starting off and you go ahead and you get proper equipment and you hire guys and you have everything you need lined up, then yeah, you can charge an elite service, but you got to be pretty flexible with your prices when you first start. What was the reason and how has it affected you and your family, and would you go back to? No, I would never go back to what I was doing before. I am so happy that I made the decision to go full time. But that's a good question, Richard. Can you just use a pump sprayer and just rinse after? Yeah, I mean, if you want to clean a roof with a pump up sprayer, it is possible. You're going to be able to do it. It's just going to take you forever, and you may jump off the roof before you're finished. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. My live chat, live action. Live chat. Oh, there's the chat. What up, Kickstand? What up, Big Head? How you doing, boss man? What's up, a guy? Pressure washers. Oh, MTH. What's up, man? Long time no talk. Big Rob, Michael Gordon. What is rust removal of choice for cinder block? I would get yourself some oxalic acid. I would buy some F9 bark and get yourself aluminum brightener. First thing I do is I try oxalic. If that doesn't work, I'll use the F9 bark, or I'll even sometimes try aluminum brightener. But I've been scolded for telling people about that, so make sure you're careful. What's up, Ron? Big Rob, Big Boy, Antonio. What's up? Kickstand, Big Head, Big Rob, Big Boy, Drew Nobles, Enrique. What up, guys? All right, let's see here. We got the live chat streaming. Why can't I see? Remember, okay. It's so weird. I got the live. Let me see if I can pull up. We still on? We still on? All right, let's see here. All right, let's see what other kind of questions we got going on. Do, 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 do. I'm just pulling up a lot of the questions because, like I said, it's hard to keep up. So I just figured I'd do a Q&A. If people have questions, you guys shoot them down below, and then I'll go through some of my comments. Man, some of these comments are hilarious. Maybe I'll read some of them, but man, people are hating. Evil people, man. And the funny thing is, the people who talk smack don't even have nothing to. They don't even have nothing to like back up what they're saying. It's hilarious. So, all right, let's check out my comments. All right. What up, Wild West in the house? Have you ever used Bugzilla Cassiotone hard water stains like Milner buildup? Not sure, man. Not sure what that is. Cassiostone? All right, let's see here. Here we go. Here's a funny comment. Brian. His name's Brian, right? I like the video, but your plumbing sucks. The electrical problem, question mark. Put some white grease on it, question mark, exclamation, exclamation. I would make a cover over it to deflect the water. Like I said, I like your videos, but there are so many problems with your setup and build. I have been a welder and fabricator for over 20 years. I have seen a lot of builds on YouTube. I have to say that the trailers that the pros are paying for are no different than you could buy at Home Depot. If you really want a hardcore trailer, you're buying and then he plug some company. I don't even know why you're talking about trailers. My video wasn't about a trailer, but whatever. So funny, man. All right, let's see here. All right, so I know you need different filter cartridges for SH and acids. Um, Anybody know which filter for sodium hydroxide? I'm pretty sure the pink ones covers that because it covers organic vapors and it covers acids. So I would think I mean I use it the same one I use for chlorine and acids when I mix hydroxide. So I think that would work. Now, if you were going to be like in an enclosed area for a long time, maybe I would contact 3M and ask them. But, if you're just doing your degreasing on a driveway or something, I think you should be fine with the pink cartridges. But don't quote me on that. You could always ask 3M. Whoa. Would you happen to have a link to the trigger gun that you use on your spray one? So yeah, the one I use on mine most of the times is just a Sutner or Stutner. Russ Johnson, Lori Smith has them. Whoever sells anything, just ask them for the Poly Stutner gun, and that's all it is. And then I put an 18-inch riser, a 45 elbow, and put a J rod or whatever fitting you want. What's the name of the soap surfactant you use with your SH roof cleaning? Snotminade. Roof snot. That's what I usually use. Um, what drone do you use? So the drone that I usually use is the DJ Mavic Mini. All right. Well said, my friend. Quick question. When you wash your tile roofs and they are really dirty, do you ever have to take a pressure washer to it? Um, Hmm. No, not typically. There has been times though where I've done a white roof, and because it was a particular customer, I had to ball valve some areas just to get that extra mildew off. It probably would have came off with the rain, but yes, I mean I wouldn't say pressure wash. I basically rinse the roof with a little crack of a ball valve. So I'm talking maybe 500 psi, nothing crazy. I wouldn't use anything more than that on a roof. I can relate. Thanks for time. Thanks for the information. Two questions. You say you use a 4 gallon of water and 1 gallon of snotminate. How much? 10 do I mix in if I'm downstream? And also, do you like? So when I downstream, you're just going to want to use straight SH. Don't dilute your SH. I mean, you could, but I would. Yeah, I guess you could dilute a little bit, but maybe start with half water, half SH, and then go from there. Where's your harness? I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just looking out for you. Well, we have, I wear harnesses when I feel I need to wear harnesses. There's times where I honestly think having that would be a little more dangerous than not, but I do take very good precautions and wear harnesses when I need to. Planning on starting into pressure washing a bit this year, starting small, mainly with just driveways. Good for you, John. Keep up the good work, bud. Now, most roofs, the huck boots are great for most roofs. However, it depends on the coating. Some of these tile roofs have like they're painted basically. They have a coating, and that's when it gets pretty slippery. Robert, Vinny, what up? How's the Roddy puppy doing? Thanks for being real and straightforward with it. In and out, ups and downs with the business. Enjoy the content. Thanks, Robert. The puppy's doing great. She's crazy. Keep making content. Let the haters hate. Much appreciated. Thanks, clean expectations. A guy that pressure washes, aka 40K a week. Huh. A guy that pressure washes. Watch out, Mike. Al will make fun of the size of or lack there of your head. Which one do you suggest, downstream or XJet? I suggest downstream just because it's easier. Now their XJet's great to have, and I recommend getting it because if you need a stronger mix and you don't feel like pulling out the roof pump, or I've used it on fences and driveways. Paver sealing is good to have because you can put a nice strong mix of chlorine without getting the whole roof pump up. Just throw an XJet right in the SH and boom. But I don't use it much. Honestly, I'm starting to not really use the downstream much either. The way I have my business set up now with the two guys working, I'm really training them up. I feel like it's been forever, but I'm just taking my time. But say we're doing a roof, we got one with the roof pump hose up there on the roof, and then we got the other guy rinsing. So when the guy's done with the roof, he jumps down, turns the turns the metering system down to like a 1.5%, and then he does the house. So that's why I don't really downstream anymore. We've been treating the house with the soft wash pump and rinsing with the pressure washer. So yeah. Wild West. Have you ever used oxalic acid on hard water? Yes. Wild West. Yes, I have used oxalic. It works really well. Like I said, don't ever let it dry. That's all on glass. Is there a reason you don't use more surfactant to reduce runoff? Um, I think I use a decent amount, but sometimes, no matter how much you're going to put in, there's still going to be a little runoff, especially with tiles. And that's what a lot of people need to realize. I mean, those of you that have been following me for a while know that I clean mostly tile roofs, and they're different. Like you guys might be cleaning shingles, but I'm cleaning tiles, and it's a whole different ball game. Shingles will absorb it. You're going to have a little runoff with shingles, but compared to tiles, basically, if you haven't cleaned tiles, what I recommend is trying to do it, then see what I'm talking about. That's why I get up on the roof, and oh man, people just literally talk so much smack because I'm on the roof. Why don't you just hit it from the ladder? Buh, 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 buh. Over and over. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. They're just used to doing shingles, and you can get away with doing that. But if you're hitting from the ladder on tiles, I mean, I can do it, but you're gonna burn some shit because you're wasting a lot of chem, a lot. The cost of something like this. Just a quick trick: keep your mask in a Ziploc. Yep. Thanks, Kevin. I appreciate that. I've been not keeping it in a Ziploc, but I've been keeping my new ones away until I need them. I don't open them up unless I need them. Keep them sealed. Good job, bud. I've been watching your content for a while. Keep up the good work. What kind of boots are they? I use Huck boots, and then also Extra Tough and Gruden. There's a new one called Pelican Pelican boots. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, comment them at the bottom. They're like pellet. They're like Huck boots. They're like no Al. Tile is not easier. Shingles are much easier, in my opinion. I mean, I could do a shingle roof in literally a fraction of the time it takes to do a tile. You have to worry about less rinsing. I mean, I still gonna rinse, but you don't have to worry about as much rinsing. And by the time you're done, you're done. Tiles are you have faces, sides, top, bottom. Does anyone okay, so Huck boots are my favorite, extra tough, but does anyone know, please comment below if you know what's it called? If you know what those new they're called. They begin with a P. Pelican, I think, but they okay, so they look like Huck boots, but they have like reinforcement. They have like I don't know. Someone's got to, if someone can search for me real quick, put deck boots, Pelican deck boots, I think it is. But those are gonna be the next ones I order just to try them out. They look like Hucks, but they're reinforced. What kind of awesome video, Mike? What kind of chemical pump do you use? Roof soap. We use roof snot, and we use a 12 volt. We have a couple 7 gallon a minute 12 volts, and we have a couple 5 gallon a minute 12 volts. Kyle McGuire with the love. Awesome video, Mike. Fire editing. That's my boy Kyle. Always looking out. He's a good dude. He's got a good channel too. And he surpassed me. And then also, what's his name? Powerful Improvements. I can't believe Joe Deary. Joe Deary's another good guy. Does good content. Let's see. Yeah, let's check it out. Filter contains questions. Oh, sweet. All right, let's see here. Got some lagging going on. Have you heard Simple Green? Great video. Would you happen to have a link to the I did that question already. Your insurance. Hey, your insurance allows you to get on the roof. What insurance do you use? Can't think of the name right now, but if you check any of my videos, it's in the description. I pay a lot because I have the insurance plus workman's comp and all that. So, I mean, I pay a decent amount, but check local to you and your rates. It's always good to have, a good insurance broker because you can really just keep updated and they really help, along with a CPA. Get a CPA that keeps account of your bookkeeping and your does your taxes and all that. I'm telling you, it is such a weight off my shoulder, and it's helped me out tremendously. How many gallons do you typically use on a roof that size? Um, so on like a 3,000 square foot, I usually use about, I don't know, between 25 to 30 gallons SH, maybe 40 gallons. So it all depends. It really does on the type of tile, the pitch. But what I would do if you're starting out is I would buy a 55-gallon drum and just put that on your trailer or in your pickup and just fill that with SH. I mean, if you're really not doing much work at all, buy a 30-gallon drum or a 15-gallon drum. But I would at least buy a 30. I would just go ahead and buy the 55 gallons, honestly. You can look $5, $10, you can find a 55-gallon drum on Marketplace. And then get two of them. Get one for water, one for SH. Get a 3-way ball valve, and boom, you've got a whole proportion set up in a pickup truck. In your opinion, would you get this and after a few jobs put towards adding a soft wash system? I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, you think he's talking about the 5 gallon per minute pressure washer? Yeah. So either get yourself if you're starting out, get a 4 gallon a minute or a 5 gallon a minute. Or, I mean, if you have the extra money, get the 8 gallon a minute. But then you're going to need a trailer and a big tank to contain or to feed your pressure washer. So if you're just starting out and say you have a pickup truck or something, just get a 4 gallon or 5 gallon a minute and then hook up to the house. Save up for a tank. If you have a 5 gallon a minute, start feeding. If you got a buffer tank, hook that up. Then put money away, get a roof pump, get an 8 gallon a minute, buy yourself a nice trailer or flatbed, whatever. What size tank is best for an 8 gallon per minute on a truck bed? I guess as big as you can get. I mean, it don't need to be that big, but I have 150 and I've been pretty decent with it. I would say 150 is probably ideal. Maybe 200 would be better, but I'm happy with my 150 because I have three. Well, I have a little more than that. I have three 55 gallon tanks that I use for water. So whatever the math is on that, 160 or 165 gallons. What would be the best way to get the lichen and moss off? I would just spray once. I would spray once, let dwell, hit again, let dwell, see how it looks then. Um, I would probably just coat 3, 4 times, whatever it took, and then it will fall off on its own. But I'm sure if you ball valved it, it would come off. But I would just explain to the homeowner, you let your roof go so long that it's gonna look pretty good when I'm done, but there's still gonna be white dead moss on your roof until it falls off. And you don't want to rush it off. That's what I would kind of explain to them. Wes, do you run the bleach wide open on your proportioner and tune in the soap while downstreaming? Yes. I usually just turn the SH all the way up. The water's off, and then I just crack my soap on. Here's Jose. Do you watch your own videos before you post them? Audio is atrocious. I love comments like that. Loser. Somebody disliked it. Can you please make a video of the equipment set up trying to clean my roof today and don't understand how it didn't spray chemical through a pressure washer? I couldn't tell you. I was on the roof, but I raised it and didn't mold it. You can't downstream a roof. That's why, Blake, you gotta use a roof pump. What up, Jimmy Strange? What up, bud? Yeah, man. How you been, Jimmy? I bet you it's still cold down there. Did you ready to go roll in spring, I guess, when you're washing? You're gonna be washing this summer or spring? Al Bianco, I appreciate you, bud, for watching, keeping it real. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Ron's Power Washing. Guys, if you're looking for a good boot, check out Pelagic Pelagic Gear. Check my comments. Ron's Power Washing commenting. Look them up on Amazon. Yeah, Pelagic. David Russell, thank you. Wild West, thank you. Pelagic. David Russell, appreciate it. Antonio, looking at pressure washers now, barely starting out. What do you suggest, 4 gallon per minute or 5 gallon per minute? If you're going to be doing mostly house washing, get the 5 gallon a minute. If you're doing like gas stations, I would get the 4 gallon a minute just because you're getting a little more PSI. But 5 gallons would be a little better, I think. Unless, like I said, unless you're going to be doing a lot of surface cleaning. But 5 gallon a minute is plenty good for that too. All right. Huck makes great stuff. Went out of business because of the pandemic and they carry all their stuff. All right, so I got my water and SH tanks from a buddy Mark, a buddy of mine, Mark, but he got them from Tank Depot, and they're called they're the horizontal 55 gallon. They're 44 inches high, 18 inches by 18 inches wide. So they're 18 by 18 by 44, I think. Thanks, Al. I appreciate that, man. Carlos Haven, what up, Mike from Michigan? Thanks for answering about rinsing. Very helpful. You're welcome, bud. Like I said, I can't always get to them right away, but that's why I'm going to be doing these Q&As. I'm going to try my best to do them. Oh, that reminds me. I got a big job coming up. It's a 3 and 4 story roof. It's a condo complex, and there's about 50 units in this thing, and it's a mansard tile roof. So I'm doing that not a week from today. I got a 60-foot boom lift, and it's a pretty good payday. So I'm excited about that, and I'll document that the best I can, because a lot of people always ask me about like commercial stuff. So I think that will help you guys. I mean, because I know, for instance, like before I started with that stuff, you get paralysis by analysis, and you overthink it. But at the end of the day, we're just spraying water around, guys. We're just spraying bleach water, and some things we hit stronger than others. We can't if you overthink it like I did, you literally get paralyzed so paralysis by analysis. Stay away from that. You got to just do it. What type of sand do you use to fill the pavers? I use silica sand, or pool filter sand is what they call it. Brandon, thanks for the content, man. How do you like your Huck boots on the roof? I like Huck boots. He currently uses bullfrogs, but try the pelagic. That's awesome. Yeah, dude, next time, Jimmy, next time I'm up in Philly, man, we need to link up. I would like to, just wash some stuff with you. You know what I'm saying? We'll try something out. Almost impossible to avoid the shipping costs buying tanks. Yeah, no BBC, it's no block. It's hard, man, but it's worth it. Like if you got a truck skid, get 100-gallon slim tanks, or do what I did. Kenneth Green, thanks, Mike. Appreciate all the content, knowledge you putting out. Keep up the great work. Appreciate Kenneth. Brian, appreciate you, man. Learn so much from you. Keep up the great content. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, let us hit this thumbs up. Wild West, Wild Wild West. How much money? Hey, amigo, how much money do you pay for all your graphics or graphs for your truck, logos, and everything? Well, my wrap was $500 design from FinPrint, which I think was a great deal. I think I was the first person to have a truck wrap designed by FinPrint. I may be wrong, but if you're watching FinPrint, I think I'm the first one you did a wrap for, and you did a hell of a job. And then I paid about $2K to get it wrapped. What percentage do you think each injector shown is running? Well, it all depends. Like I said, the bigger the hole on the injector, the orifice, the less chemical. So 1.8 is going to draw more. Question: can I remove the upstream chemical injector from the pressure washer to reduce restriction? Not sure about that one. Is the Blue Hose soft wash hose and where you get it? My Blue Hose is soft wash hose. It's called Curitech, and I got it from Power Washing Products in Clearwater, Florida. That would be Lori Smith. Pressure Washing Products, Clearwater, Florida. Seeing you grow inspiring me every day. I'm pressure washing in Houston, and both our markets are kind of saturated. Would you be up for a Zoom call once your mouth is healed so I can pick your brain? Yeah, that Big Head, if you're on, I think you are on here. Yeah, man, we could do that. Big Head. And then Scott Wessels replied, hey, I heart that comment. Working in Houston too. It'd be good to have friends in the business. Absolutely. So you should hook up with Scott. But yeah, man, we'll do some kind of Zoom call. I'm down for that. Looks wonderful, totally different. Great video. Congratulations. What chemicals did you use and what amounts? So Like I said, SH and roof cleaning, I'm going to be around 4%, sometimes 5. Make sure your stuff's strong though, because I have a lot of guys tell me that their mix isn't strong, but really the chlorine's not good. Watch out for it. You got to dip your finger in there. If your finger turns white, if your finger turns white and it gets all like foamy looking, it's strong. If it doesn't do that, you got yourself some Bobo stuff. What up, Mike? How did you do it before you went full time? Did you ever want to give up? And if so, how did you keep moving forward? Asking for a friend. Yes, Robert. I wanted to give up many times. I still do sometimes. I mean, it's just a thought. Like when stuff goes wrong and you're just like, what am I even thinking about? Um, like when you get a bad customer and they're giving you crap, or maybe you get a bad review, or something breaks, or one of your guys breaks something. It's like so frustrating. You just want to give up. But yeah, there's literally like, so when before I went full time, like I said, I was working part time, working full time somewhere else, washing part time, and I was really staying motivated, like flyers, made sure my branding was good t-shirts, wraps. Well, not wraps, but I put vinyl stickers on my trailer. And then my brother passed away, so it was like it hit me so hard, and I went home for the funeral, back to Philly. Um, and I did want to give up. I mean, I just was like, I want to give up on life, you know what I mean? But that stuff's all emotions. You can't be emotional. Life is very short, and you need to be grateful to be able to even, I mean, think about it. If any of you guys ever been locked up before, which I have, I'm not afraid to admit it. And when you're in jail, or some of you, I'm sure, have been to prison, um, you can't do anything. Like literally, I was a trustee for, I think it was 17 cents an hour, something stupid, silly like that, and I was so grateful. 17 cents an hour, and I was grateful because I was able to like get fresh air and smuggling tobacco and dumb stuff like that. Like, so grateful. Was able to pass time. So if you bid low on a job and you're afraid to bid low on a job, and so what? You make $100 for busting your ass for 800. Yeah, it's not fun, but guess what? You made $100, and it's better than working at McDonald's or being a trustee in a county jail. So you got to look at it like that sometimes. Now, you want to learn from that, and you don't want to keep making $100 a day. You got to bust your ass so that don't happen again. But then you learn that charging this much is not enough. You got to charge more because of this and that, and things can happen. So um, you got to make sure, you got to remember, like I said, if you were a trustee or something like that, remember how grateful you were to have a trustee job making 20 cents an hour. And you got to just get out there and get your feet wet. You know what I mean? Get your hands dirty. Get out there, do the job. You're not going to know how to price from watching YouTube. You'll learn a lot from YouTube or Facebook, but you're not going to learn how to price per se. You just got to kind of figure out what you need to make per hour and how long things are going to take you. And you could be doing this 10 years, you're still going to mess up on estimates, but you can't overthink it, and you just learn, and you want to stay in business. So you got to price yourself enough. All right, let's see here. Loving all your videos. Can I privately contact you? What the best way to get a hold of me is go on Facebook and join Entrepreneur Army Facebook group. When you join that group, you can post comments and questions, and then there's a lot of good people in that group, a lot of good moderators. Wild West is in there. He'll tell you, and just throw your question up and you'll get answers. And most of the time I answer them too. So I recommend joining that Facebook group, Entrepreneur Army. And we always have, I mean, it's not the biggest group in the world, but it's pretty cool. Keeps a lot of the bull crap down. You're literally reborn when you look in the mirror and see yourself in an orange jumpsuit. Yep. Amen. Williams Washington, 34 cents a day. Ooh, you were a baller. 34 cents a day. Yup. And we were loving it. All right, let's see here. What's up, Mike? Lots of since the pent-air valves are crap and GF and most metering valves are extremely expensive. Hold on, I'm missing it. Looking selling good quality proportion with different weight of proportional water surfactant SH. What's up, Justin? I really appreciate you. I am starting a soft wash, power wash business on top of my mobile detailing. Do you ever take phone calls or video chats for questions? Yeah, again, I would join the Entrepreneur Army group. Um, I don't really take personal phone calls just because it's just I used to. It's just too much. But like I said, I try my best. So if if you go ahead and message me on Facebook or something like that, I may not get back to you, but your best bet is to join the Facebook group Entrepreneur Army. Ask your questions in there. This way I can answer it. Other people can also answer it. And then also it's there for other people to see. Like the guy who's starting tomorrow, when he goes on there, he'll see all the other questions so they can learn from it too. So it's just kind of like the most efficient way. I have a 5.5 gallon Everflow pump for soft wash. What's the best size gauge wire for battery hookup? Look, stop. I just use 10 gauge. 10 gauge is the best way to go. It's a little thicker. It's just it just supplies better power, and I think it makes the pump work more efficiently. So maybe it's a little overkill, but I've had really good luck with 12 volts. I keep a lot of backups just in case, but I've had really good luck with them. So yes, Robert, I still have the Facebook page. You hear anything from the guy who tried to scam you over the yes, he tried calling me a bunch. I actually had to so I have Jill's office who I pay to answer my phone. They actually went and they blocked him because like I said, he was wasting a lot of the time and minutes on my plan. So, some phone calls can be upwards of $5 a piece depending on how long. So hey guys, sorry if I'm missing some of these questions, but if you didn't get answered, go ahead and ask it again. My police and fire clipping was the size of a Walmart grocery list 20. That's funny. There's a lot of good people in that group. Yep, absolutely. I had a guy quote a storage unit 34,000 to soft wash roof building and surface clean concrete. Well, it all depends on how much square footage it is, you know what I mean? Still trying to get into that Facebook group. Feel like the kid who doesn't get picked on in gym. Robert, you got to answer the question. So, the moderators I have on that group are very, like they're very protective of the group. So you're asked where you're from, I think what the name of your business is. If you don't have a business, that's fine. Just put no business, and then it says, "Do you agree to all the rules?" Just hit yes. But their whole thought is if you're not willing to answer the questions, you're not going to be a good fit for the group. So rejoin and answer the questions. That's the only way. All right, James. I'll see you, Jimmy. Yep, maybe tomorrow. Got a question. Stay up. Thanks. Yeah, I'll talk to you, Jimmy. Big Rob, have not used yet. Waiting closer to camp season. Would you recommend SEO? Yeah, I mean, if you could pull it off, I would do it. You got to remember SEO is there's ways to do SEO on your own too by staying active on Facebook and Google. Even I can't call Mike Wild West. Yeah, no, even I can't call Wild West. Wild West don't take my calls, right? Man, I'm thirsty. What's up, Logan? But yeah, I'm gonna be hopping off here in a minute, guys. Like I said, I was just going through answering questions on these comments. If you guys have a comment or question, comment below. Make sure you throw a like on the video too. That helps the algorithm. The algorithm helps me. The more I'm helped, the better I am. The more motivation I get to make videos and such. And I got some really big things planned. I'm always trying to upgrade, up myself on this YouTube thing, you know. Thanks for sharing any questions with the cool. Enjoy your videos. Are you guys busy? What type of marketing keeping you busy? Long way from Kensington. What did you design all your flyers with? Killer shots, stay grinding. How can you know if your photo is recent? How could I landscape? Wild West. Yeah, I know, man. You always sending me those good videos. I appreciate that. Those guys are good people. I don't like to get on this. I don't like to get too dive deep, but I do. You know what I'm talking about, Wild West. I do enjoy those videos. Mike, what is the best method to remove iron stains on concrete and stucco? Like I said, I use oxalic. I have used muriatic. It does work. You got to be very careful. I would dilute it at least starting, 3, 4 to 1. Go stronger if needed, but always rinse it off right away and to a test spot. You'll sometimes notice that you'll have some really dark orange, reddish rust stains, and then maybe on like a white beige looking house, and then you clean it and then the paint looks white. It's actually because there's like a small layer of rust on the whole side of the house. So when you clean one spot, it looks like super clean. So you might need to fade it out. Always be cautious of stuff like that. But yeah, I usually use oxalic and I go a little strong. I use like 12 to 16 ounces per gallon. I spray it on, let it do the work, rinse it off before it dries very well. Pre-wet windows, make sure windows get very rinsed well. I know that, Wild West. I can call anytime, buddy. Ditto. We just might not be able to answer at the time because we busy. We busy people. Me and you. We busy as hell. Have you cleaned fast food restaurants? If so, pros and cons. I did one fast food. It was a Taco Bell, and I would never do it again. It was a hard time getting paid. The guy tried beating me up on the price. It wasn't worth it. It's not something I pursue, but it's not something I shut down either, if you know what I mean. You just got to make sure you get paid. A lot of fast food restaurants are franchised, so it's kind of different owners. And everyone's a different business and does things differently. Most of the time, you see their employees doing it. Hey, Mike, I have a question. How much was your shirts, if you don't mind me asking? You got them from FinPrint. Yeah, so I've got several shirts. I got the real colorful ones that match my wrap are from FinPrint. They're about $50 a piece. I think 55. And then I also have like more of like a light gray, just my logo here, and then a logo on my back, and then um I have, the fin print one. So it all depends. What up, guys? He got call, yo, remove grease oil stain on garage trunk. What's the got a call to remove fresh oil? So go ahead, get yourself degreaser. If you don't have any professional stuff, just go get that purple Zep or purple Power, put it on there straight, let it sit for 20 minutes, brush it in, hit it again straight, and then surface clean. Use hot water if you got it. I bet you Chick-fil-A is the best. Hey, Mike, I have a 17 breezeways. How do you go about pricing? It all depends, man. I don't know what you'd have to tell me the square footage. And really, I couldn't even help you on that either because it all depends on your market and what exactly you're doing to the breezeways. Are you doing the sides, the walls, the ceiling, or just the ground? I watch your videos on Chick-fil-A. Yeah, I gotta check out your videos, man. I watch your videos on. What's your channel called, Al? LA Awesome work good? Yeah, LA Awesome will work. I don't know if it will work good, but it works. I would think. I mean, it works good. I like LA Awesome, but I would think Zet Purple is a little better than that. But if that's all you got, throw it down. Yeah, I gotta buy some pelagic boots. Did you just buy them, or have you worn them? Do you like them? Do they work well? Yeah, so Robert, if you go to entrepreneurarmy.net, it's on there. It's called the VIP Pocket Document. There are 3 stories and 1 to clean steps and under. Ooh, so it's like balconies essentially. You got to figure out how long it will take you. So if you think it will take 4 hours, what do you want to make per hour? You got to look at it like that. And I know, it might sound like I'm being uh, like joking around, but that's what you got to do. You got to figure out, maybe do one of the, or just do a section of it as like a demo, see how long it takes you, and then multiply. If you're doing 8, multiply it by 8, then times it by the times it took. Like if it took 1 hour and you have 8, so it's going to take 8 hours. You want to make at least 100 or so an hour. So there you go. H2O, it's about the store. This store, high end volume, high end neighborhood. State Line Power Wash. You got to get on social media. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Google. I mean, I'm sorry. Um, Yelp. Make a Yelp profile. I'm not a fan of Yelp. Honestly, I wouldn't even say make a profile. I'm about to delete my Yelp profile. But Google, next door. Yeah, Yelp does sucks. Bass. James Bass. Would you recommend to buy to not kill plants or grass? I would buy yourself a ground guy and hire a ground guy to make sure he follows the guy on the roof and rinses before he gets up there, during, and after, and you'll be fine. Cover up any really sensitive stuff if there's no gutters or if there's a big spot where a lot of runoffs come in on roof mix. That's when you need to worry. Downstreaming, if you do a quick pre rinse on the plants, you're fine. Most of the time, I don't even pre rinse plants when I downstream. Downstream shouldn't harm nothing, but roof mix is where you got to worry. A good rate for barrel tiles, honestly, 15, 20 cents. There's guys charging 10 and less than 10 in my area. There's guys charging like $99 for roof cleanings in my area. So I literally know people charging 5 cents a square foot. So ideally in South Florida, you want to be making at least 15 to 20 cents a square foot. What decks and fences, what's your go-to? I just use a 2-3% mix. I have a video on that you should check out, Justin. You can use sodium hydroxide too. Yeah, exactly, Jason. They're not insured. And then what they do is they have one guy up on the roof. They don't do any rinsing. They get up there, they spray, and they pray, and they leave. So, hey, great channel. I'm starting off. How much do I charge per square foot for driveway? Measure it, get your square footage, start, punch in 15 cents per square foot, see where that gets you in numbers. See, think to yourself, can I get that much? Maybe bring it down a little bit if you're new, bring it up a little bit but if you're looking for work, start somewhere like that. Even start at like, if you're doing a neighbor's driveway, start at 12 cents a square foot. Just get that price, and then, oh, that's too low, add a couple bucks, whatever, that's how you start. Then you learn your market. So depends on what market you're in. Exactly. Al won't do concrete for less than 30 cents a square foot, and I totally get it. Most of the time, I I kind of build the driveway into my roof cleaning price because my majority service is roof cleaning. And a lot of times people want their pool patio or driveway done. So I build that into the price and I just say including driveway or include, if they ask for it. Because I don't want people thinking they can just say, you know what, I don't want the roof, just do the driveway. Basically, I tell them, you know, I have a minimum price, and if they're getting the roof, I'll bring that price down just because I'm doing the roof. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I gotta get rolling, so I'm gonna get hop off here. I hope everybody has a good night. Make sure you throw a like on this video for me, and I will catch up with you guys next time. Like I said, I got that big commercial job coming up where I'll be having a 60-foot lift. So I'll take a lot of footage about that because I get a lot of questions from the last video. But yeah, anyway, I will be in touch and check out the Facebook group, throw a like on the video, and I will catch you guys next time. All right, peace. Peace. Peace.